Dixieland doll, and he brings it to you. Creature features, and all creatures, and all creatures. And the creature gonna get you tonight. You better not turn out your bedroom light. He'll grab your head and give it such a bite. You may even die, just from a fright. You ain't nothing gonna be, baby. You ain't nothing gonna be alright. 'Cause the creature gonna get you, baby. Gonna get you tonight.
Being born in the 1960s, I have an affinity for anything produced from that rebellious age. The music was wonderful, the fashions divine, and that era ushered in the dawn of space travel, transistors, and even the hula hoop. Welcome to Creature Features. I'm your host, Vincent. The handsome yet rather square chap to my right would be Mr. Livingston, and the acrobatic young flower child in the background would be my hip housemate, Tangela. My objective in setting the scene from the 1960s for tonight's monologue is quite simple, as tonight we shall feature a wonderful sci-fi film from that same era, namely Star Odyssey, a fabulous Italian film that stars like... What?
The film was released in 1979. Your motif is inaccurate, if not obtuse.
But I googled it. It said 1969.
You likely looked at it without your glasses.
Oh, that's possible. They make me dizzy. Well, if that's the case, cut the music and the hula hooping. Once again, welcome to Creature Features. Tonight's film is 1979's Star Odyssey. It was not made in the 60s and stars a good deal of Italian people. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, Tangela, enough already with the hula hooping. Those things were passé by 1979. Andrew, will you please appropriate that silly device? And joining us to watch our non-60s sci-fi movie will be my old friend Will Carroll, drummer for the fabulous metal ensemble known as Death Angel. He'll chat us up about this film, tell us sordid tales about his years on tour, and, being a percussionist, shall likely bang on things as we attempt to quietly watch the film. So don't go away, because it's going to be another night of Italian movie fright here on Creature Features. Stay tuned.
Portions of this program are brought to you by Micromat, making products that keep your Macintosh running at its best.
This is your Mac. It's a good Mac. It does those things you like, the music that you love, and most importantly, the work that you do. Sadly though, sometimes it does this. Or this. Or this. But before you do this, try TechTool Pro, your one-stop fix-it tool to locate the source of this so that this still remains your things that you love, music that you enjoy, and important work that you do machine. TechTool Pro, the most advanced Macintosh repair utility ever.
Some moms travel miles for a present, but Cash's mom traveled the country for her child's life.
To St. Jude.
Yep. Cash was diagnosed in California with a rare cancer. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital tailored a special treatment just for him. Our research helps save kids everywhere.
Want to do lunch?
Well, someone is feeling a lot better.
Go to stjude.org or shop wherever you see the St. Jude logo.
Hey, we're Quiet Riot here at the House of Rock in Santa Rosa, and you're watching North Bay TV, so stay tuned.
It's that time of the week again, time for Creature Features. Thank you for joining us, and we are with Will Carroll from Death Angel.
Hello, hello.
You know, I love your band.
Oh, great.
You know, I think we did a show once together, or we opened for you or something like that. And it's like, you know what I noticed about your band? It's so loud. Mm-hmm. It was wonderful. So how have you been, mate?
I'm doing good. I'm happy to be here. I love sci-fi and horror.
Well, you're going to get some of that tonight because that's what we serve on Creature Features.
All right.
Sci-fi, horror, and tonight it's sci-fi.
Yeah.
And, you know, I heard this film is an attempt to be Star Wars.
Yeah, a failed attempt for sure.
Failed attempt. So you've seen the film?
Yeah, I watched it last night.
I have not seen a milliseconds of it.
All right.
So, all right. You know everything, no spoilers. And we're going to talk to Will. We're going to watch this film. And then maybe you could teach me how to play the drums because I never learned.
Oh, I can do it in 5 minutes. No problem.
I'd love it. I'd love it. All right. You guys stay with us. We'll be right back. But right now, let's get to Star Odyssey.
There's something happening on our perimeter. An unidentified spaceship has penetrated our defenses.
Flanagan, Meyer. What's going on?
This is Unit P of Reconnaissance, reporting the sighting of an alien vessel, a flying saucer. They're maintaining full radio silence. They don't reply to any of our signals. The velocity of their ship is much superior to my craft. I'm sending Johnson out after it in a new Hunter. That's the best we can do, sir. Let's just hope he manages to catch
You
it.
can try to force it to land, but if they won't, he should return to his launching module. It's possible their intentions are hostile.
Lord Kess, an indigenous space vehicle of a primitive, chemically propelled design is attempting to force us to reduce velocity.
Destroy it. Insert central computer link into defense system circuits. Hurry. Link inserted.
Space Hunter A-74 Beta struck and disintegrated by a destructive ray impossible to identify. Alien vessel has passed outer belt perimeter defenses and is now rapidly approaching automatic inner defense ring of Earth. Propellant energy source not yet identified. Automatic system on emergency in-tracking and aiming phase. Alien vessel now entering K Sector 5. In 10 seconds, it will be in range of atomic cannon.
Man meets an alien race at last and greets them by disintegrating their vessel.
Atomic cannon crossfire now underway. The object has been struck.
Commander Barr. Quiet, Hollywood. You are witnessing mankind's first contact with an alien race.
Yes, and I'm ready to shake their hand. Alien vessel undamaged.
What?
And proceeding rapidly direction Earth. Atomic cannons ineffectual.
Impossible. This is red emergency all sectors. Zeta 3 ready to open up.
At that velocity, they're already beyond section Zeta 3. and they'll be drawing within range of our hyper radar any minute now, and the Earth-based artillery.
Approaching Sol 3. Atmosphere rich in oxygen, breathable with little discomfort. Widespread traces of pollution due to chemical combustion and nuclear wastes. Analysis of magnetic and heat radiations reveals technological level approximately equivalent to the Aztec culture 18 centuries ago. Bionic radiation analysis reveals planet population to be approximately 10 billion units. Infrared scanners show that almost all industrial and residential structures are below ground or on the seabed. This appears to be due to the necessity of freeing the surface for agricultural use. There are in addition vast areas of both land and sea dedicated to breeding and raising lower forms of life to serve as nutriment for the higher forms.
Sol 3 is even better than I thought it was when I bought it. It seems they want to show a force. It would be extremely impolite of me to disappoint them.
Installations totally destroyed.
They're continuing to destroy all our military bases. After they knocked out London, they started on Accra.
There are no survivors at Adelaide, and Tokyo Sub says the Okinawa base is just a junkyard.
The laboratories have nearly finished examining all the available data, but the news has leaked out. I can't hold off the reporters much longer. In spite of the lack of official information, the papers are already talking about an invasion. It'll take a miracle to save us now.
If anyone can work miracles, Professor Maury can.
Professor Maury? Who's he?
Maury is a truly exceptional scientist. He has a degree of intelligence that puts him about 2 centuries ahead of everyone else.
Why isn't he working with us?
Because he's too independent, stubborn, and undisciplined. He won't accept any kind of authority. But in a situation like this, he's the only person who can do anything.
Why not get in touch with him?
The problem is that my relationship with the professor could not be described as ideal. The last time I asked for his help, he was so difficult to get along with, I had to arrest him.
He can't have liked that.
Quite. At the moment, the only person he might listen to is a young Lieutenant Oliver Carrera.
Ah, Hollywood. That fellow who acts as if he were a superstar in a TV series called Fighting Hero of the Galaxy.
Him, the only one who could possibly help. Holly spends most of his spare time at the professor's. There's a young niece he's playing up to. Professor Maury lives at the ecology laboratory on the cereal range and passes the time turning out inventions that are incredible.
Flanagan, I can't hold these reporters back anymore.
Don't worry. I'll take care of that howling mob. You have to go on a very important mission. Inderium. The alien craft is protected with an armor of pure Inderium.
That's impossible.
What makes it impossible, dear? Just because we on Earth only have a kilo of Inderium? But we know nothing about conditions prevailing on the aliens' galaxy. Earth has a lot of iron, and their planet might be made of Inderium.
But, Uncle, Inderium is practically indestructible.
And their spaceship has proved it. Our nuclear artillery didn't even scratch the surface. Evidently, the enemy craft has traveled from a far corner of the universe over a vast distance in order to arrive here. It's not surprising they managed to swat down that ridiculous insect of a space hunter that the command post sent to greet them.
Oh, Uncle, you really shouldn't laugh like that. Our planet may be in very serious danger.
Oh, I'm not laughing about it at all, Irene. My dear, these aliens have several centuries advantage over us. They travel out of space, through the galaxies, while we're unable to get any farther than the planets of our own sun. They possess an untold quantity of Inderium. And in all probability, consider us savages. hardly worth bothering about.
Technologically, they may be ahead of us, but I think that...
Just a minute.
I'm sorry.
Guests of the show stay at the Flamingo Conference Resort and Spa in Santa Rosa.
Experience your favorite horror, comedy, and science fiction films of the 70s, 80s, and 90s on the big screen with the Cult Film Series at Roxy 14. Double features Thursdays at 7 p.m. Visit us on Facebook for more information.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
You're watching North Bay TV. Stay tuned.
Hello, I'm Vincent, this is Tangella, and we just want to remind you we've got a wonderful website. It's at creaturefeatures.tv, and at that location we've got things like previous episodes, our merchandise, we've got photographs of the entire gang, including Tangella and her hideous friend. So be sure to come see our site. You'll love it. Welcome back to Creature Features. You know, Will Carroll.
Yes.
Of Death Angel. This film is set in 2312. Mm-hmm. You know, if they would have set it in 2112, they could have used Rush as a soundtrack.
It would have attracted a lot more people, probably,
I think
too.
So.
Yeah.
It's better than the music they're using here. You know, it looks like a bad ripoff of Star Wars. Mm-hmm. I mean, like a really bad one.
And the funny thing is, it's in 2312, but today looks more futuristic than that movie does.
Right, right. Especially the hair fashion and the clothing styles.
Yeah.
Although, you know, I will give them credit because most of the time when they set a movie in the future, it's like 10 years in the future. And by the time you see the film, it's that future and it's inaccurate.
That's right.
I mean, you and I will not be around in 2312 to know if this film was accurate or not. So
So maybe they will have wooden lightsabers and stuff like that.
Wooden lightsabers would be wonderful. Yes. All right. Enough about this. Let's talk about you and
All
Death
right.
Angel. How did that start? How did you get involved?
This May will be my 10th anniversary in the band. I grew up with one of the guitar players. I went to high school with him in Daly City, California, and he joined the band like 15 years ago. Their original drummer quit 10 years ago, and I got in pretty easily. They just asked me to show up to the studio and jam with them a couple times, and
that was that.
And that was that, more
That's
or less,
wonderful.
yeah.
No, it's a great way to join a band. I mean, you know, we have to audition 100 drummers.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
You know, it's
Thankfully.
not like it's Spinal Tap where, you know, they're all exploding for no reason. Right. So where have you been? What's the strangest place you've been on tour?
Strangest place, I'd probably have to say Bosnia.
Bosnia?
Yeah.
During, like, the Bosnian conflict?
Yeah, it was pretty scary. Yeah.
My goodness. So you had to have, like, UN guard detail.
No, I wish, because after the show, one of the security guards pulled a gun on us backstage.
A security guard?
Yeah.
Pulled a gun?
Yeah.
On you?
Yeah,
The person who's supposed to be guarding?
He just didn't like us.
Oh, my goodness.
So that was pretty strange and scary.
That's both strange, scary, and frightening.
Yeah.
My goodness. I would have quit. That would have been done. No more tour.
Well, the gun was never pointed at me, so I was okay. But the other members were threatened, yes.
So Bosnia. So have you ever been to Russia?
No, but this year we're going. I believe so.
You will love that country.
Yeah?
Oh, my God, the fans. They're like the most insane fans in the world.
Yeah, so we're going there this year, hopefully, and I hear it's a great place.
Yeah, it's a wonderful place. Wonderful place. All right, well, what do you think? Should we get back to this film?
Sure.
All right, off we go. Back to Star Odyssey with Will Carroll from Death Angel. Stay with us.
Good evening.
Oh, Holly, at last.
My name is Oliver, in case you forgot. No, darling. Please excuse me. I mustn't be informal. This visit is official.
Since the visiting hero is so anxious to maintain his formality, I suppose there's no use offering him a drink.
Good Lord, what's that?
It's an old house robot that Uncle built ages ago. It had a short circuit in its electronic brain and it acts a little peculiar. Why don't you fix it, Uncle?
Oh, I could never find the time. Anyway, I've forgotten how it works. He may not speak very distinctly, but he's a superb bartender.
Professor Maury, we're faced with disaster. 3 of our bases are already in ruins, and we're completely helpless. No doubt you've heard the latest news bulletin.
According to the official news, the situation is under control. What do you want with me?
Commander Barr has entrusted me with the most important
I
mission.
know that. You already said your visit was official. So I can easily imagine what kind of heroic mission Commander Barr has entrusted you with. To persuade that old fool Maury. To help him out.
I must say your Commander Barr certainly has a nerve. After putting my uncle in prison, he still thinks he's entitled to ask his help.
Yes. But the whole point of the matter is that there's no way I can avoid giving you the assistance you need, since I have to live on this earth myself, as does my charming niece. I'll do what I can. But on my conditions only. No conditions, Maury. I'm not authorized to agree to conditions of any type. You can do whatever you want, but don't expect any support officially. If anyone gets burned, I'd rather the anyone was you, naturally. I don't hesitate to admit preferring your discomfort to my own. You've had a taste of it already, Barr. It was an unavoidable necessity, and you know it. Now, all you have to do is to tell me if you're going to help us, or if we'll have to surrender. That means he'll help us. Holly's done a good job. I don't know how he manages, but he does. I burn my fingers, and he warms his hands.
I don't understand. Was there some kind of trouble between you and the commander?
Oh, it's a long story. I'll tell you one of these days. It also concerns a couple of friends of mine, Sean and Bridget, among the greatest chemists living.
Why haven't you ever mentioned there being friends of yours? I believe they're in the penitentiary at Moonspace.
Quite. Now, somebody will have to get them out of the penitentiary, and I know just the person to do it.
Don't look at me, sir. I'd have to get an authorization, and I don't think Commander Barr would...
I must have them. At Base GA, they've managed to discover that the alien vessel is made entirely of Indirium.
That's supposed to be a secret.
Are you surprised that I know? Frankly, I'm astonished that the base managed to discover it, too. And only Sean and Bridget could possibly succeed in inventing an entirely new substance that could perforate Indirium, but the two of them are in the penitentiary.
Apparently, it's a vicious circle. It's impossible to get out of it.
No. And I can't force you. What I expect is that you would volunteer to handle it.
But that's ridiculous. You must be joking. I couldn't possibly... Yes. You're right. Of course I'll do it. Professor, I volunteered to handle it.
You've done it again. It's very unfair of you.
I must have Sean and Bridget. And Dirk and Norman. And as for them, you'll have to track them down for me, won't you?
Where to? Moonspace. The Alcatraz of the heavens. There are 2 birds in that gilded cage that we have to set free.
Not bad looking, that Bridget landed, huh?
This portion of Creature Features is brought to you by CreatureFeatureStore.com, the official merchandiser of Creature Feature accessories.
Welcome to the Flamingo Hotel in Northern California's beautiful Sonoma County wine country. The hotel was built in 1957 to mirror the image of the original Vegas Flamingo design. It's always been the area's favorite resort because of its amenities and its strong connection to the glamour of Hollywood and Las Vegas. The Flamingo Conference Resort and Spa offers 170 guest rooms. It includes 14 suites and Executive King accommodations. From all of us at the Flamingo Hotel, we thank you and look forward to seeing you soon.
You sure you don't want some? It's chamomile. Listen, you are extremely terrifying. Just the scariest undead subhuman thing on TV, and I really mean that. But I am worried that you could give my kids nightmares if they see you, so I'm gonna have to block you. So that's it. Oh, and tell the zombies they're blocked too.
It's morphin' time! Zero into 1, pink! Hi, I'm Catherine Sutherland from Power Rangers, and you're watching North Bay TV. Stay tuned.
Go, go, Power Rangers!
This is Livingston, and you're watching Creature Features. Not now. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to the show, or shall I say the bubble machine extravaganza. You know, she got a gift in the mail of bubbles. I didn't know she liked bubbles so much, but we've got to get her one of those big giant ones to make the giant bubbles.
No, we do not.
No. Well, you know, it's soap, so it's like cleaning, which is something.
Stains the wood.
Oh, well, all right. We'll wash the wood with more soap later. All right, we kicked Will out of the chair for a moment because we got to do that thing, mail. You know what it is, and we're going to do it now. And Mr. Livingston's got a whole stack of mail for me.
3.
3 is a stack. 2 is a couple. How are you, sir?
I'm better.
Better than when you did that intro? He was in a mood. He gets testy sometimes. Tangela, she's always happy to do the intros, aren't you, love? All right. First letter is from Tony Stigma. That's quite a name. Maybe it's short for stigmata. I don't know. All right. He goes, Dear Vincent, last year I sent you a letter and a Halloween card. Did you get them? I have no idea. Did we get them?
Yes.
All right. And we didn't read it on the air? We had a lot of Halloween stuff that year, so maybe that's why it got pushed to the side. Or maybe we did it and he just didn't watch the episode. It could be your fault, Tony. All right. It was so cool when Tangela beat up that wolf man last year. Well, you know that was not a wolf man. That was our handyman, Andrew. Don't mess with Tangela. She will mess you up. Is that right? She messes up bubbles. Mr. Livingston is also a cool man. Do not mess with him either. And you, Vincent, you are cool too. There's all kinds of cool going on, isn't there? And
that time of year.
Winter's almost over, so it's a good time to be cool. When you show movies, why is it that you can show blood and guts but no boobies? Why is that?
It's the law.
Oh. So we're on a broadcast station, so we have to abide by FCC regulations, right?
It's also not our way.
It would be illegal. All right. I can never understand that. Okay, I hope you read this letter, but if you guys don't, I still love you guys. Well, we read it, and you better still love us because we love you too, Tony. Thanks for writing. Next up is, an email one. This is from Professor David Philby from UC Solvang. There's no university in Solvang. I don't know. All right, he goes, Dear Mr. Van Dole, I recently caught your show where you featured Idaho Transfer, and I enjoyed the film immensely. The rest of your program, not so much. You're a less than stellar host, and you should really return to your obscure rock band. Yeah, I don't know why you let these slip through. He does this intentionally. That said, the movie did inspire me to create my own time machine. I'll either use it to bring Bob Wilkins back for an encore performance, or I'll find your mother prior to your birth and convince her not to reproduce. This is absurd. We need to come up with a new screening process. I think we need to have Tangela screen our letters. Oh, is this one typed? Look at this. Did you use a typewriter, or did you just use a font that looks like a typewriter?
A printer.
You would feel it if it was really... All right. This is from Paul and Cheryl Farragher.
Yes.
Right. Greetings, Vincent, Tangela, and Livingston. Great job on bringing back the show. Keep up the great work. Here is our suggestion for Saturday night horror flick from you. The 1972 vampire hippie cult horror film, The Deathmaster, starring Robert Quarry as Corda. It aired several times on Creature Features in the 70s with the late, great Bob Wilkins. Would make a great flick if you're able to air it. Vampires, free love, and blood-sucking leeches. What's not to love? I agree. We're going to work on that. All right. Thanks for writing, and if you'd like to send us a letter, you can send it to the email address appearing here between the bubbles, or if you'd like to put it in the post, use this address here, and it will come to Mr. Livingston, who will not screen it properly, and I will end up reading it on the air. All right, we'll be right back with Will shortly, but first let's get back to Star Odyssey. Stay with us. They are irritating, aren't they?
Quite.
Did it happen? That's a matter of purely academic interest to us now. What counts is that it really did happen, and now we have to do something. Flanagan! Contact all observation satellites and bases and have them transmit any pictures they've managed to get of this UFO immediately.
Yes, sir.
Holly.
Yes, sir.
I want you to get me a spectrograph analysis from the chief of the observatory.
Yes, sir.
I need to know the substance this spacecraft is composed of and why it was resistant to our nuclear cannon attack.
Yes, sir.
We're in serious trouble. Perhaps the computer could make an analysis from the existing data. There's just a faint hope it can. At least in terms of probable choices, because it's absolutely vital to know immediately the defense systems used on the UFO.
I'll find out, Commander.
Ladies and gentlemen, the auction is now open. And to begin the sale, Troll, a 7th category planet with an unbreathable atmosphere, surrounded by asteroids bearing rich deposits of valuable minerals. Sun, Class G.
I bid 1 million credits.
1 million credits. Lord Sin of Sastra bids 1 million credits for this valuable property with its immense natural resources. Do I hear a better offer? Gone to Sin of Sastria for 1 million credits. The next item on offer is Horvath 4, a 3rd category planet, abounding in surface lichens and other forms of plant life on the seabed.
2 million credits.
3 million.
5 million.
Lord Gar of Torquil bids 5 million credits. Do I hear a higher bid? Going. Gone to Gar of Torquil for 5 million credits. Congratulations, Lord Gar, you've got a bargain there.
Life is most rare in the universe. But I've been reliably informed that today they're auctioning a small planet on the edge of the galaxy. With humans on it.
Bacchus 15. Rich in thallium.
Homo sapiens? Slaves. Millions of slaves just waiting to have their thoughts erased. Clearly by some person who has sufficient ships to transport them.
Will no one offer 2 million credits? Very well. The planet is withdrawn from the sale.
You can sell some to me. I'll pay 1,000 credits each. It's a deal. Provided Gore of Tarkal doesn't succeed in outbidding us, with the aid of the Actonaeus.
And now, Lords of the Galaxy, the main item of today's sale, Sol 3. It has rarely been my privilege to put such a remarkable world on the block. It is a 3rd category planet belonging to a Class B sun. It's known as Earth.
6 million.
12 million credits.
Sol 3 is immensely rich in every type of life, animal, bacterial, and plant, all in various stages of evolution. The gravity factor is 1.3, the atmosphere breathable. But in addition to all this, it is teeming with the rarest of all life forms, humans.
20 million credits.
I bid 30 million.
32 million.
50 million.
50 million credits for Sol 3. Will anyone go higher?
60 million.
You again?
Do I hear a higher bid?
$70 million.
70 million for Sol 3.
Why don't you go to 100
Do I hear a
million?
higher offer?
I can get it. 100 million.
Kess of Kobor has bid 100 million credits. Do I hear a higher offer? Going for 100 million credits. To Kess of Kobor for 100 million credits. him live, Kess of Kobor, or you will violate the high law.
Made me waste nearly 5 hours over this. Uncle will be furious.
Take it easy, Irene. You'll soon see that your 5 hours haven't been wasted. Okay, now, replace the power unit. He takes micro batteries, too. Down here. There, perfect. Say something, Tilt.
Damn you, Norman, you interfering, warm-blooded animal. Who authorized you to reactivate me? Why can't two poor robots commit suicide in peace without some meddling human recharging their circuits? Tilly and I wanted to put an end to it all because... Now, let me see. Where was it exactly? Anyway, you should have kept out of it. What's that noise? Oh, why, it's her! Starting the journey to the eternal nothing. Hurry, there's not a minute to lose. If you don't want me to go to pieces again, you must save her. Quick, before her tender tin limbs are crushed like kitchen foil in that cruel machine. Oh, Tilly, my precious Tilly. He won't make it in time. Tilly. Darling, light of my transistors. Tilly, sweet little Tilly. Thank heaven he made it in time. She's beautiful, isn't she?
Oh, yes. She's really
We're engaged,
beautiful.
you know. We love each other deeply. Quick, Norman. Get the trash off her. It's such an indignity for her, mixing with junk from such low-class machines. Hurry! Hurry! No doubt you came provided with fresh micro batteries for her, too. Tilly, my treasure. Are you all right?
Tilt, my dear, is that you? Are we in robot heaven? I expected something different.
No, Tilly, we're not dead. We've been reactivated.
Oh, darling, I wondered if I'd ever see you again.
I'm sorry our suicide pact was a failure. It was such a romantic idea, and I know how hard you tried to make it work.
I don't mind, Tilt. One can't have everything in life.
By the way, Tilly, I must have a splintered crystal in my memory bank. I can't remember why we made a suicide pact.
You can't remember? Oh, Tilt, how can you be so unfeeling? It was because... Let me see. It was because we decided to end it all.
Yes, but why?
Why? Oh, dear, I can't remember either.
Hairstyling for the show was provided by Restoration Hair in Santa Rosa.
As men tighten to the earth. We dream of visiting the stars. As men tied to the stars, we will dream. Of returning home.
This is your Mac. It's a good Mac. It does those things you like, the music that you love, and most importantly, the work that you do. Sadly though, sometimes it does this. Or this. Or this. But before you do this, try Tech Tool Pro, your one-stop fix-it tool to locate the source of this, so that this still remains your things that you love, music that you enjoy, and important work that you do machine. Tech Tool Pro, the most advanced Macintosh repair utility ever.
And you're watching North Bay TV. Stay tuned.
Ducks. These robots look like ducks.
Yeah, Donald.
I mean, what were they thinking in Italy when they made this film, Star Odyssey, in 1979? Welcome back. We're with Will Carroll from Death Angel, and we're talking about duck robots in our film.
And auto crushing yards in the future.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's nice.
The scene's really long too. Like their budget was like spent on this crushing yard. So there's so many different angles and scenes. It goes on forever. They're very proud of their auto crushing yard.
And this is supposed to be like the robot acquisition scene in the original Star Wars.
Yep. No Jawas. No Jawas.
Right. They should have made some Jawas.
Yeah, they should have.
That would have been nice. All right. Well. We'll talk some more about this film as we progress. Let's talk about you.
All right.
Drummer. Have you always drummed?
Yeah, I started when I was 10 years old.
10 years old. Your parents must be like senile by now.
Yeah, they're deaf for sure.
Right. That's the best gift to give, like a fellow parent, is a drum set for the child on their birthday. If they invite you to a birthday party and they make you endure a child birthday party, bring a drum set. They'll never invite you again.
That's right.
It works wonderfully.
They'll be friends no more.
But you know, I admire drummers, and I'll tell you why. They have advanced technology in the music business substantially, right? Because you play so loud that they had to invent things like the Marshall amplification system just to even up the score with you.
Yeah.
You know, imagine if you were like playing like a small hand drum. You know, there would be no Marshall stacks. There would be no
heavy metal then.
Right? Yeah. There'd be no PA systems. I mean, it would all be like a calm thing, and there would be no metal.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where the word metal came from, is from the cymbals. I don't know. All right. So Death Angel, they've been around for how long?
Oh, since 1982.
1982. That's a long... That's all. I seem to remember them from before. Was there like another Death Angel, like a Cleveland Death Angel?
No, there's only been one Death Angel from the Bay Area. They started out very young. The original version of the band, everyone was related. They're all, well, they still are. They're all cousins.
Right.
They're all Filipino. So they were very unique when they first started, and they were all under 18 when they were playing their first gigs.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Right. You don't see a lot of metal bands come from the Philippines.
No, and we play the Philippines like a bunch. Every album cycle we'll go to the Philippines and play out there. And there are a lot of Filipino bands, but they don't come to the States. They don't really branch out of the Philippines.
That's too bad. We should have more.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Let's get back to this film.
All right.
All right. Off we go back to Star Odyssey right about now.
The acceleration is so rapid it appears to vanish, and they can evidently reach a velocity of several parsecs. All these clips we've been looking at were collected by our space observatories. And just before Earthfall, the saucer disappeared from our radar, so they must be using a scrambler.
Commander, the alien vessel has landed near Hiroshima and captured over 800 people.
This is the 24th raid they've carried out. Starting with those farmers in United Africa, then the Arabs, the Russians, and now the Japanese. If word of this gets out, we'll have panic over the entire planet. Lloyd, get working on the computer and start to prepare an accurate map of all the places the alien vessel has landed. Then see if you can determine any logic on the basis of which the aliens chose those places. And discover their next probable objective.
I'll try, sir.
If we succeed, I have decided to prepare an atomic ambush for the aliens.
Maybe we wanted to die because we felt old and out of date.
Oh, no. 130 isn't old for a robot. And we're still very spry and shiny. I think it was because I wanted to have children.
Great integrated circuits. What's that thing? Look, Tilly, a prehistoric cave robot.
I've never seen anything so ugly.
I say creatures like this shouldn't be allowed to run around loose. They ought to be kept in zoos.
Now, Till, that's just prejudice. He has as much right to activate as we have, even if his skin is a different color.
The situation is desperate. The government consists of men who are completely unimaginative. So if we want the world to survive, we have to do the job ourselves. Our chief hope lies in Sean and Bridget. They've been studying the structure of Indirium for many years, but their reasons for doing so are highly personal and could not properly be defined as scientific.
As far as that goes, we had some help from a boxer by the name of Norman and a gambler called Dirk Laramie, both of whom are now playing innocent.
My allusion was to the case of the 128 tons of synthetic gold, a quantity which could easily have destroyed the economic equilibrium of the entire world, had it ever reached the open market.
128 tons of synthetic gold?
128 tons, that's right. The scandal didn't die down for years, but unfortunately I had no choice but to withdraw from politics.
Now, just a minute, Professor. We weren't only thinking of ourselves, you know.
We planned things so that our friends would also...
get in trouble with you. That's all water under the bridge. What counts is that our whole team has been reformed once more. And now, let's get back to the Indirium. How far did you get with your research?
We completed the analysis of its molecular structure.
If we'd had a few more months, we would have been able to synthesize it under laboratory conditions.
That's excellent. Now you have to continue. You must find a weak point in the molecular structure of Indirium that will lead to its disintegration and destruction. Do you think you can do it?
Well, we can always try.
Just tell me what equipment you need, and you can start work right away.
Well, we can use your old laboratory, but there's one essential item that you haven't got. A few grams of Indirium.
If that's all you need, there's no problem. This container holds pure Indirium. You can imagine how difficult it was to come by. Then we're all set.
Professor, what are the rest of us supposed to
For
do?
the moment, your duty is to ensure the safety of Sean and Bridget.
You didn't need space pilots like us to do that.
Well, of course not. But you can't really go into action until we have a suitable weapon. Our space fleet has already tried using conventional weapons against these aliens, atomic cannons, lasers, and so on, but they've been quite useless. At the moment, we are in the same condition as the ignorant savage who tries to attack a nuclear tank with a bow and arrow.
Send a message to Coburg to accelerate the preparation of cargo vessels. At the rate we're going, we'll soon have goods to fill at least 10.
Yes, sir.
Check the surrounding area on the monitor to see if there's any activity on the part of the indigenous troops.
Instruction followed.
What's that? I just felt a contact with an alien brain. A very powerful one. Strange. It's the first time that it's happened on this planet.
It has no effect, another failure. There's been a reduction in the aliens' activities. They've stopped taking prisoners after Japan. It could mean they've run out of space.
And they've decided to return to their own planet.
Unfortunately, it's a most probable hypothesis, because in all likelihood, they will return in greater force, and we are still defenseless. There's absolutely nothing we can do to stop them.
Sean and Bridget are continuing with their experiments. But they haven't had any positive results. Well, I'm going to take some food to the boys outside. They must be starving.
Be sure to give them an equal ration.
Oh, no, you know Holly. He'd never dream of accepting preferential treatment over the others.
I was really thinking more of Dirk. Would he accept it?
Get it through your head, Uncle. Between Dirk and me, it's all over. Jeeves, come and give me a hand.
I didn't. You probably got an overloaded imagination circuit.
Bob, hurry.
Aye, aye, sir. Not to me, you fool, to him.
Ah, yes, him. Oui, oui, mon général.
Have you guys gone crazy? If we had the time, I'd haul you before a court-martial.
Oh, boy, is he a little ball-buster.
Quiet. Didn't you hear that noise? It sounded like a scream.
Hello, Vincent. This is Russell calling out of San Francisco, California. I really enjoy the movies you show on Creature Features. I'm been a long-time fan of that show since the days of Bob Wilkes and John Stanley. I can't wait to see what horror movies you show this Saturday. Talk to you later, Vincent. Bye.
Experience your favorite horror, comedy, and science fiction films of the 70s, 80s, and 90s on the big screen with the Cult Film Series at Roxy 14. Double features Thursdays at 7 p.m. Visit us on Facebook for more information.
We're the Dive Bar Mermaids at the NorCal Pirate Festival, and you're watching North Bay TV. Stay tuned.
Guests of the show stay at the Flamingo Conference Resort and Spa in Santa Rosa.
You know, Will Carroll from Death Angel. I could make a robot like that thing. It's a 55-gallon drum with a dome. I mean, I have no technical expertise whatsoever.
Apparently, it's supposed to be the R2-D2 of the movie, but I didn't catch on to that. I just thought it was a real ugly, ugly-looking thing.
Is this film meant to be a parody?
It might be. This and Hardware Wars.
I am not laughing. It's not humorous enough to be a parody, and it's too close to be like, I don't know. All right. What horror films do you like? What's your favorite type of horror film?
I like 70s satanic horror movies, like obviously The Exorcist, but like Race with the Devil and Blood on Satan's Claw.
Blood on Satan's Claw? I've never heard of this film.
That's a good one. I just watched it like a week ago. It's pretty heavy.
The Exorcist. Baby. You know, I met Linda Blair, and she's smaller than Tangela.
Wow.
She's a tiny little thing. I think being possessed stunted her growth.
Oh, yeah, I've heard it will do that.
Wrong. I don't know. No, she's a sweet lady, but she needs to do like a reprise, a number 4. Don't you think?
Yes, repossessed.
You saw like 2 and 3, right? They did 3?
There's a prequel as well.
No, right.
It was awful.
I think they should stop making that film.
I agree.
But Devil's Reign, you know, we've tried to get that one.
That movie's awesome. No, that movie has everything.
I think it's got something to do with Shatner.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't like us.
Oh yeah.
No, we've requested him, and they're one of the few that say no. Most of the time, nobody replies. They say no. I don't do the show. I think Bob Wilkins many years ago possibly insulted him. I could be wrong, but it's the only explanation I could come up with. Or maybe he just hates my band.
Oh, I mean,
all right. So, what other movies do you like?
All the Omen movies, or the first 3 at least.
I love those.
The first 3, yeah.
Yes.
A really cool movie called House of the Devil that came out maybe like 6-7 years ago, but it's supposed to look like it was made in the early 80s.
I like it when they do that.
It's a really good movie, House of the Devil.
A retrograde.
Yes,
right,
yes.
Right.
about a girl who has to babysit, and she's babysitting the second coming of Satan. Or it's
There's
really
something always terrifying about the babysitter films.
Yeah.
I think they do it just so more babysitters will go see the film.
Yeah.
I know there's no babysitters watching this film.
Yeah, right.
It's not good for babysitters. All right, well, let's get back to this film, and when we come back, we're going to find out what you're doing next, right?
Okay.
All right, off we go, back to Star Odyssey. Stay with us.
Perhaps it was her brain I felt that contact with. But there is no way to tell until she regains consciousness. Go and capture the others.
A stroll in the woods is very romantic, but I wish you'd stroll a little faster. Come on.
Why don't we carve our names on a tree, in a heart?
No, we can't do that because a tree is a living thing, and the law of robotics won't let robots damage living things.
We can only damage each other.
Like the way you hurt me by flirting with that automatic shoe polisher.
Me, with a slot machine? Never.
Shh, what's that? Someone's coming.
Tilt, I'm frightened. They must be the aliens.
Cut out your anxiety circuits and keep calm. I'll protect you.
Oh, Tilt. How rude. They didn't even look at us.
There must be some reason. I'll process the data on my probability computer.
We better warn the others. Come on.
Yes, you're right. Let's go.
They're here. They're here.
Who's here? Who do you mean, Tilly?
The extraterrestrials.
You don't mean the aliens.
Yes, we just saw them in the woods, coming this way.
Quick, Tilda. You better go and warn the others. Tell them Tilly and I are waiting back here.
I'm on my way.
Open fire when I give you the order. The hero is taking command of the operation. Forward, men! Fire! Advance to the rear! Strategic withdrawal! Let's get out of here!
We're in real trouble, Holly. We can't hold them off very long. Listen, you two. Go and warn the professor.
Okay. Come on, Tilly.
Fall back! Quick, to the house!
Professor, the alien invaders are overwhelming our defending forces.
I'm aware of it.
Hallie wants to know what they should do.
I think you'd better warn Sean and Bridget.
feel that presence surging again. And it's not the girl. It's a brain of great intelligence.
The electro bombs.
Bombs hardly even slow them down.
Found out that they're androids, and androids are nearly invulnerable. Yeah, but with this sword, I was able to knock out 8. That means we finally got a weapon we can fight them with.
Everyone take these pills.
It's an interesting device, this sword. I wonder what principle...
Don't worry, darling. They're androids. Didn't you hear? They're only programmed to capture humans. You see, they're not even aware of us. We're perfectly safe.
There's no trace of life in these bodies. They've auto-destructed. Give the information to Lord Kess.
Auto-destructed. Yet I still sense the presence of that other brain. Put a brain lock on her and set her free. She will be our weapon. Return aboard.
We got away with it, Professor Maury.
Thanks to Sean and Bridget. With those pills of theirs that made everybody look dead, we fooled them.
They went away because they thought we were dead, but those creatures aren't human. They're androids.
I saw the evidence with my own eyes. One of them broke in two, and he was all filled with gears and wires and electronic stuff.
So they're androids. That means life is relatively rare on their world.
Norman has succeeded in getting hold of one of their weapons. I feel sure that if I analyze it, I could make copies of it. And even find a lead to the secret of anti-Inderia.
Back to the lab, then, and get on with it.
Right.
Come on, Bridget. I, too, have a little surprise. For the invaders. If it works, it may be the answer to our problems. Now I have to concentrate.
Section 1.
All clear, sir.
Section 2.
All clear, sir.
Someone is preventing our liftoff with a telepathic net. It's quite incredible. To find such a brain on a planet at this stage of evolution. Can't believe it.
Superior to what mine is. What I don't understand is he's capable of destroying me, but he's probing very profoundly with every possible precaution. His mental powers are almost frightening. I'm trying to hold on, I did it. He's withdrawn.
Yes? Forst, listen carefully, partner. I have discovered an incredible thing here. One of these Earth people has a mental force similar to ours. After making our collection of samples, I prepared for departure, but a telepathic net is keeping me blocked on the ground. Erase his mind and return. Pity. What an opportunity to dominate the galaxy. If we sold slaves like this, we could destroy our competition and control the entire market. With one? How? Analyzing his mental powers. I could construct a brain pattern and imprint it on similar brains. As soon as the ships arrive, I'll send you some samples. All right, go ahead. Thank you both.
This is your Mac. It's a good Mac. It does those things you like, the music that you love, and most importantly, the work that you do. Sadly though, sometimes it does this. Or this. Or this. But before you do this, try Tech-Tool Pro, your one-stop fix-it tool to locate the source of this so that this still remains your things that you love, music that you enjoy, and important work that you do machine. Tech-Tool Pro, the most advanced Macintosh repair utility ever.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
They were looking right at us. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Hi, I'm Linda Blair, and if you want to be scared, stay tuned on North Bay Television, coming up.
Portions of this program are brought to you by Micromat, making products that keep your Macintosh running at its best.
Less than 1% antimony, and the compound has become stable.
Oh, Tilt, you're so clever. I would have tried to do it with the inverse infinity ratio.
He's done it with antimony.
He's found the answer. It doesn't explode.
Tilt is an
The
exception.
anti-Imperium is stable? Splendid work. Now there's a chance for us.
My compliments.
Hey, keep your hands to yourself.
That was great work, kids. I'm really proud of you. Terrific.
I can understand your enthusiasm. It's more than justified. And my compliments to our robot researchers, too. But now we must start to prepare a plan for the destruction of the alien enemy. Before we can accomplish this, we must possess a large quantity of anti-Imperium, which Sean and Bridget can synthesize tonight, all ready for Holly to bring out to the base.
But they'll arrest me.
They'll give you a medal, I'll bet.
We can't manage to fit out more than 5 space fighters. That's the most our technicians will have time to prepare.
That'll be enough, provided we're able to utilize the surprise factor. Right now, you'd better get some rest. You'll have to be in top form tomorrow. We'll attack as soon as the ships are fitted out.
Good. We can capture him at last.
What's happening?
We've got to sound the alarm. Wake everybody up. Wait a minute. That reminds me. Now I remember why we wanted to commit suicide.
All right, let's hear it. Not that I have much faith in your memory anymore.
Anyway, we wanted to commit suicide because we could never go to sleep.
I knew it. What a silly idea. I've never felt the slightest desire to go to sleep. It's just a waste of time.
No, it isn't. I remember that you wanted to sleep so you could dream about me. And you persuaded me that we should commit suicide because if you couldn't dream about me, your whole life had no meaning. And I wanted to dream about you, that's what...
I'm going back to the base. The attack is set for tomorrow morning. With only 5 ships, it's a hopeless mission.
Lieutenant Carrera, the aliens have captured Professor Maury.
What?
I got sidetracked and forgot to sound the alarm.
Sound the alarm? Why? What's wrong?
Tilt just said that the aliens have captured Professor Maury.
And Irene, too. She was acting real funny, like she was hypnotized, and just trailing after them.
They'll be in that ship. Come on, let's go.
One moment, everyone. What are you going to fight them with? Your fists and your feet? Come to the laboratory and get your weapons. I've treated your old spacesuits with a flexible alloy made of Endurium. I've also made a number of swords similar to the ones the aliens use, but better.
Look at that chest.
With these, all you have to do is touch the androids and they'll be irreparably damaged.
You've done a great job, Sean.
Just like Charles Atlas. When he was just a frail weakling.
What's that?
The hero's death.
I ought to challenge you to a duel for that.
Come on, make it snappy. We have to hurry.
Why did you want to start out alone? We should have waited for the others.
The aliens are taking the professor aboard their spaceship. We have to do something.
Yeah, we do. Like run away. Jill, let's get out of here. I'm frightened.
There's nothing to be afraid of. They're not programmed to recognize us. They can't even see us.
Well, this one must have the wrong program. So long.
No, hold on, Tilly. Where are you going? Wait. These robot women.
Jill, I'll go and look for my uncle. You let the in. Here, take this.
All right, but...
What's happening? Are you all right?
Something's happened to Tilly. I've lost psycho contact with her. Whenever this occurs, all my programs zero out, and I can't move anymore.
Wait here.
I have no choice.
Uncle.
What are you waiting here for? Why don't we attack?
Calm down. We got here too late. There's no way for us to get inside the ship now. Unless, of course, someone inside opens the hatch.
But Irene's in there. She might be in danger.
Tilly is our only hope. If we manage to reactivate her, she can put us in contact with Tilt.
Norman, you're the only one who knows how robots operate.
There's nothing to worry about. I'll put her right in the flesh. But why don't we attack right away?
Don't you understand? We have to wait. Didn't you hear?
Of course. Loud and clear.
Uncle. Uncle. Wake up, Uncle.
Where are we?
The aliens kidnapped you and brought you to their spaceship. We have to get out of here. Come on.
I don't know if I can make it. How did it ever happen?
I'll explain later. Come on.
You are connected to Android Captain of Cargo Fleet in arrival, Lord Kess.
Prepare stowage space. You'll probably need accommodation for over 1 million slaves. Let me know when you're ready to load.
We will follow your orders.
There.
Jill.
That's it.
Jill, where are you?
She was.
Where are you, Jill?
Let's get her back.
Jill.
There you go. Good girl.
Come on, everybody. Quick. Irene and the professor are in here. Hurry.
Here we are, Tilt. We're coming.
Experience your favorite horror, comedy, and science fiction films of the 70s, 80s, and 90s on the big screen with the Cult Film Series at Roxy 14. Double features Thursdays at 7 p.m. Visit us on Facebook for more information.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Hey, I'm Dave Hackett, pro skateboarder and artist from Encinitas, California, and you're watching North Bay TV, so stay tuned. Yeah.
This portion of Creature Features is brought to you by CreatureFeatureStore.com, the official merchandiser of Creature Feature accessories.
You know, I thought you were joking. There was actually wooden lightsabers in this film. Yeah, he said earlier, wooden lightsaber, and I'm here, what's he talking about? And it's like, there is wooden lightsabers in this film.
It's pretty amazing when they hold it at a certain angle, you could see it's just a wooden stick in their hand, like the special effect wears off or something.
You know, this happened in the original Star Wars until Lucas had to go and fix everything and change everything. What do you think about doing that, going back to a film and redoing things?
I'm not a fan. No,
neither am I. It's
not. Just like when bands re-record records. Like
can you imagine if they did that to like Gone with the Wind or 2001?
Yeah.
Of course, the effects in 2001 are much better than this film.
And when I first heard I was going to be on the show, I thought the movie was Space Odyssey. I was like, oh, cool, I'm doing that.
That'd be wonderful. But, you know, we would need like another hour of time on
totally
stations. It's a long film.
And it's a deep film, too. We'd
It
be
is.
philosophizing.
I like Hell. Well, you know, I once spoke to the man who did Hell, Douglas Rains. He's dead now. All right, so let's talk about what you're doing next. Death Angel. You're going on tour.
So we're going on tour with Overkill from New York. They're from New York.
Right.
That starts April 19th and runs till May 19th. It's a full month. And we're going to be out supporting our new album.
Wonderful.
Called Humanicide.
Humanicide. I like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Nuclear Blast.
Where are you going on tour?
It's the U.S. We're doing headlining shows on the way out to the East Coast, then meeting up with Overkill, and then doing like 2.5 weeks with Overkill on the East Coast and South, and then doing headlining shows on the way back.
The perfect timing. It'll be spring.
Yeah.
Instead of all the snow and rain and cold.
It's been a rough winter.
Right. No, you're going to see flowers and blossoms and things like that. It's the perfect setting for a metal concert, right? And you've got endorsements.
I do.
Tell me.
I'm endorsed by Pearl Drums.
Oh, that's a great company.
Yeah, I love them.
No, Pearl Drums.
And Meinl Cymbals, German cymbal company, Meinl. A lot of drummers have their cymbals. A lot of thrash metal and death metal drummers use them.
Because they're
really
probably
good.
strong, and you need strong
Very.
to play metal.
Tom Hunting from Exodus, he uses them.
Right.
Very cool. I'm endorsed by Vic Firth drumsticks.
Nice.
And I've been using those.
So you get them free and you throw them out in the audience?
Yes.
Have you ever been sued?
Almost.
No.
I threw a cymbal out
They
in the
should
crowd.
make like a special rubber mallet that you could put on the end before you throw it. You know, I've been this close to getting hit before. So.
Get your eye knocked out by a
Right.
cymbal
Yeah,
or by a
it's
stick.
It's not a good way to go.
Well, throwing cymbals out in the crowd isn't the best idea, and
That
sometimes
would be like the scene in James Bond where it's cutting off heads.
Yes, exactly.
Fun. That's what a metal band should do, right? I don't know.
Yes.
We played We played soft metal. It was like, I think we called it aluminium.
Aluminum. All right.
I don't know. Anyways, we're going to get back to this film, but when we come back, we're going to learn more about your radio show, right? You've got this radio thing
That's
going.
right.
But first, we've got to finish up this film. So you guys stay with us. We're almost done. Don't change that channel just yet.
So the instruments show native activity outside the vessel.
Follow Order 24B. Destroy natives. Use nucleonic ray.
Wait outside, Tilly.
Hurry, everyone. Inside, quick. Come on, hurry.
Something strange here, sir. The natives seem to have gone now.
Hurry, Uncle. You must try hard. We have to get to the exit. Come on.
You go ahead, Irene. I can't go any further.
Uncle!
Can't go on.
Uncle!
Leave me alone, Harry. Go on. He's found me again. The power of his mind is awesome.
Lord Kess, several humans have succeeded in entering our vessel armed with Indirium swords. We need reinforcements.
I'll deal with it at once.
Look out, Uncle!
Professor Maury! Professor Maury! Professor!
Mornick is entered. I've sealed off the slave compartment, sir.
Blast it.
It's a weak.
Are you all right, Professor? We must get out of here. We're in danger. They can't hold out much longer.
Professor!
They're pretty delicate, these androids, huh? Let's go before some more arrive. Professor Maury, you're safe, thank goodness. But where's Irene?
They've locked her in that room there. See if you can get her out. I just can't manage it.
Poor deluded fools. I'll teach you to rebel against your new master. You will all die in atrocious agony.
I can feel that mind again. Do what you can, Dirk. I have to get away.
Get him out of here, quick.
The temperature's rising rapidly.
Quick, quick, head for the door, everyone, or we'll all be burned alive. Retreat!
Thank goodness we're together again, Tilt.
Irene! 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 Can you hear me?
Irene, do you feel my mind? Yes. I can sense that you do. Now relax. Drive all thought from your mind. Concentrate. Concentrate. Because if we unite our mental energy, we may be able to open the door. The controls here operate on telepathic command. Think strongly along with me. Open.
Open.
Open. Open.
Open. Open. Open.
Quick! They're getting ready to lift off. They've started the reactors.
Irene and I will go back to the laboratory. Perhaps we can be of some use there. Come along. Tilt and Tilly, come with us.
Let's go.
She's gonna lift off.
Where's Norman? Hey, get away from the ship.
I just made it, Hunter.
You sure did. Look at her go. She's huge. Gigantic.
Quick, we gotta go after her and the fighters.
To the base.
Commander, our hyper radar is signaling the approach of a fleet of alien vessels. The computer has analyzed their course, and they are heading for a rendezvous with a flying saucer.
Did you hear that, Flanagan? There are more aliens. Let's get the first bunch now. We'll get rid of them before their friends come and help.
Halt! I'm Lieutenant Carrera. I order you to let us pass. My men and I have to launch a fighter attack at once on the alien vessel.
And I order you to follow me. You're under arrest.
Arrest? Not before I speak with Commander Barr.
Impossible. At the moment, Commander Barr is on a mission.
Quick, we haven't got a second to lose.
Hairstyling for the show was provided by Restoration Hair in Santa Rosa.
Welcome to the Flamingo Hotel in Northern California's beautiful Sonoma County wine country. The hotel was built in 1957 to mirror the image of the original Vegas Flamingo design. It's always been the area's favorite resort because of its amenities and its strong connection to the glamour of Hollywood and Las Vegas. The Flamingo Conference Resort and Spa offers 170 guest rooms. It includes 14 suites and executive king accommodations. From all of us at the Flamingo Hotel, we thank you and look forward to seeing you soon.
A single ember from a wildfire can travel over a mile. You can't control where it will land, only what happens before it does. Visit fireadapted.org to learn how to protect your community from wildfires.
You're watching North Bay TV, so stay tuned.
Flanagan, the anti-enderium doesn't help us at all. They're traveling at such a high velocity that our shots don't even reach them.
What do you think we should do now, Commander? I suggest we return to the station.
I'll try one more attack. If it fails, we'll go back to base.
Matrix for attack outline 1820. Attack potential 2.
Very good, sir.
Follow it.
Look out, Commander. You've got one on your tail.
Destroy it.
Yes, sir.
Bar's been hit.
Flanagan and Barr have been hit. Now, it's up to us. And it'll be tough.
Let me go ahead, Dirk. I want to avenge my commander.
Hollywood. Okay, go ahead.
It's suicide, Dirk. We'll never manage to do it. Their velocity is superior to ours.
They're going into battle.
We must do something to help them, or they don't have a chance.
Of course, there's one way I might help out. All of the aliens are concentrated in Sector M. If I could get my concentration back again, I think I could manage to interfere with their power drives and slow down their propulsor engines, putting our fleet on an equal footing with the aliens, but only for a minute.
There they are, straight ahead.
Attention, please. This is base calling. You can get at the enemy now. Professor Maury is slowing down their drive system with telepathy.
Sean, Bridget, there's another formation of aliens on your tail. Holly, there are two more beside you.
I got their range. I'm right on top of them. They're all mine.
Look out! You're going too far!
You missed him! Look out, he's gonna get you!
There's another closing in on you, Sean.
Where is he? I can't locate him, Bridget.
Don't you worry. I'll take care of it. I got him, Sean. You see that?
Look out, everyone! There are more coming! Watch out you don't hit the craft with the prisoners. We'll have to try to force it to land. Holly, be careful. There's one after you.
I'll force you to land, you bastards.
We must retreat, sir. We only have 2 craft left.
Sacrifice them. Crash dive into those native fighters.
Yes, Lord Kess.
Look out, Holly! There are 2 of them homing in on you.
I've been hit. This is Holly. Holly here. I've been hit! They're following me!
Hold tight, Holly. I'm on my way.
Even in the great days of Hollywood, no movie star ever died so heroically.
Sean, Bridget, they're all yours.
Okay, Dirk. We'll follow them.
Sean! They're outdistancing us. We'll have to increase velocity.
Sean, Bridget, I've eliminated the remaining saucers here, but I don't see you on the radar. Where are you?
We're right on his tail, Dirk. We won't give up if he goes to the end of the universe.
survived.
Yeah.
You're alive.
Yeah. Listen,
Don't try it.
What?
Your eyes. I learned everything about that from my uncle.
Oh, Irene. I couldn't hypnotize you. Honest.
You already have.
Tilly, I finally remembered why we wanted to commit suicide.
Really, Tilt?
Yes, because you could never prove your love by going all the way with me.
That's right. Now I remember too. But what do we do now? Commit suicide again?
But there's no need. I can make some little design changes, adjust a few details, and you can prove your love like any other people. Simple.
And that brings the curtain down on Space Odyssey. How did you like that ending, Will?
Oh, what a line. It was the only scene in the movie that I actually rewound and had to watch again. The main character, Hollywood, he's flying his ship and he's going for the kill, and he goes, "In Hollywood, the hero never dies. This is truly heroic." And he blows up.
Well, you know, it was about the only redeeming factor of this film. It was like, you know, the entire film was a comedy, yet not meant to be a comedy, it seems. Yet that was quite comedic. So.
It caught my attention.
It's all right. You know, we can't get Star Wars. We don't have the budget.
That's right.
So this will work. What'd you think, Tangela? She didn't like it. Yeah, she tends to like the ones that like end poorly. You know, when like everyone dies.
Okay.
Like, you know, we watched this Time Machine one and it did not end well, and she loved it.
Right.
And absolutely adored it. So, all right. Well, you were mentioning that you had a radio gig you're doing.
I do.
Tell
I
me.
have a show on it's a heavy metal radio station, 24-hour free heavy metal radio station called Gimme Radio.
Nice.
And you can load it onto your phone or on your computer. And it's free to sign up. And there's people like Dave Mustaine has a radio show on there.
Very nice.
I have a show. My show is called Fool Metal Jacket, F-O-O-L.
Oh,
Fool
like
Metal Jacket.
Do you have like a logo of like a jester?
No, I should have
You
one
should
though.
do that.
I really
or like
should.
a card. Like
Yeah.
the Joker card. Well, so how do people find out? How do we go there?
So yeah, just go to the App Store and it's called Gimme Radio, GIMMERADIO.com.
So
and
you
load
go
it.
to the Apple App Store.
Yes.
So if you have like a Samsung, what do you do?
You just go to GimmeRadio.com.
All right, so
and you can load it on there.
GiveMeRadio.com.
Yes.
That's it. Just go there. Boom. Easy peasy.
And it's free, 24 hours, heavy metal. So lots of different shows.
We've got a lot of heavy metal watchers out there.
Yeah,
especially,
horror and heavy
especially
metal.
now that Zetro did our opening theme. It's like we're attracting the metal people.
Feature.
He did a good job. He did a good job.
I like it. It's very catchy.
All right, Will, thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate it. We'll
Thank you very
have you
much.
back when you've got the next album coming
All
out. Right. And till then, you guys, thank you for watching the show. It's nice to have actual viewers sometimes. You know, sometimes people don't watch the show. It's just us talking to the air. Nobody. No, we know you're out there, but come back next week because we're going to have, who do we have next week? Oh, you definitely want to come back next week. All right, have a wonderful weekend and we shall see you next time. So, Will, this radio thing of yours, what do you think about possibly playing some music from my old band, Prince of Darkness?
You know, Vincent, I did play it. I played it once. No one liked it.